is a war on misinformation right now. And you may think that is a positive thing. We don't want people being deceived, but the issue is who decides what misinformation is. Over the last, let's say, 24 months, that's 2 years if you're an idiot, the word misinformation has joined the ranks with other words that people use to discredit people. Words like transphobia, sexism, racism, these type of words, misinformation slots nicely in there. Because any time that someone decides to have a differing opinion, you just hit them with, well, that's misinformation. You're spreading harmful misinformation. People like Joe Rogan, he's been accused of spreading misinformation. Jordan Peterson, Brett Weinstein, different to Harvey Weinstein, different person. Lots of different people, even people in the medical industry. Anyone who has gone out of their way to say, no, I disagree with that a little bit, or here's some other research that points in a different direction, gets hit with misinformation. And it's the exact same tactic that people use to disprove things like anyone who denies the wage gap. You just get called a sexist straight away. Anyone that said that the Black Lives Matter movement wasn't doing amazing things, it was more just making the people that run it money, you just get called racist. This is what people do. They grab a word that for some reason breaks people down and they just use it any time that they hear something that they don't want to hear. It's always these same people that use these words too. They're like non-player characters. They just swallow whatever the government says or whoever's in charge. They just swallow it. They take it on board. The government's literally jerking off on the face of these people and they're going, oh my God, it's raining. They do not consider that things aren't being truthful or lies are being told. They just take it on the face. I'm sorry about with all the jizz references, but that's what they're doing. But here's the amazing thing about the internet. We don't have to rely on legacy media anymore. The media that your crazy old auntie and your old grandfather watch, those type of people. We don't have to rely on legacy mainstream media because we know they're full of shit. And that's one massive positive that's come out of the last 24 months or so, that no one in their right mind trusts these fucking people. We are now able to find information closer to the source and remove the middleman that puts their own little spin on it. A whole new generation of people that don't trust the media. It's a very positive thing. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, and I want you to stick around for the rest of the video, we're talking about how Australia has decided to basically ban misinformation. It's insane. But first, this video is brought to you by someone. Who's it going to be? A VPN? Is it going to be someone selling headphones? Nah. It's the... This video is brought to you by the great people. Are you ready? At Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, I love Raid Shadow Legends. It's the best. I'm talking hundreds of champions to collect, a super in-depth RPG battle system, amazing graphics, intense PvE boss fights. It all sounds pretty good, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't it? Well, let me tell you some more. You know that Raid Shadow Legends and I have a pretty deep history? They've been involved with this channel for many years. Actually, I found this today. Raid Shadow Legends was on a video of mine back in 2020. Have a look at this. This video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Are you sick of all those RPG games that everyone's playing? It's boring and it's all cute and colourful and rubbish. I know I am, and that's why I only play Raid Shadow Legends. So much yelling back then, Isaac. So much yelling. And look at the background. Oh, this is exciting. We get to open up some ancient shards. Ooh. Wow. It's completely different, hasn't it? I've really calmed it down a little bit, but so many beautiful memories. That's how long Raid has been involved with this channel. Thank you to Raid, because without them, some of your and my favorite videos that have been made on this channel would have never been made. So they're absolute legends for that. Did I say legends? I meant Raid Shadow Legends because, I might have changed, you might have changed, but the game, that's what's been changing. It's being updated. It's just so much better than it has ever been before. And you won't believe it, it is the 4th birthday. The 4th anniversary of this great game is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. And you better believe there's a lot to celebrate. I'm talking dedicated offers, free gifts, promo codes, events, and a brand new Fusion event where you guys can get your hands on the anniversary-themed Legendary Champion. You'll also be able to take a trip down memory lane with a recap video of your stats in Raid. Oh, and this one is for the Amazon Prime members. You guys who just got Genbo, keep an eye out for the next drop with some powerful Savage gear. It's available from March 2nd until March 30th, ladies and gents. And there's 2 bonuses, one for new players and one for you guys who've been there for a while. For the new guys with all this exciting stuff coming to Raid, if you haven't started playing yet, then what are you waiting for? Use my link in the description or scan the QR code to get insane bonuses. We're talking an epic champion, Keelan the Shrike, and other amazingly useful things. Energy refills, magic potions, experience brews, everything. If you've been here for a while or you're new, you're gonna get some amazing gifts. Once you're in game, after clicking the links, just enter the promo code 4YearsRaid to get your hands on 4 legendary skill tomes plus other useful stuff. It's simple. Now, be quick, find me under the username The Butsman and you're going to join my clan. Yeah, come and join. Go and check out the link down below, and thank you very much to Raid Shadow Legends. Now, back to the video. Okay, so the Australian Communications and Media Authority, which, come on, can you come up with a more dystopian name? We are the authority. Yes. You think you know what you want? You don't. It's up to us, you fucking peasant cunts. Who the fuck are you to declare you're the authority on communication, you fuck you. Welcomes new powers to help fight online misinformation and disinformation. Yeah. Have you got opinions? Well, fucking shove them up your ass. The chair of the media regulator says new powers to force digital giants to become more accountable for the spread of misinformation and disinformation is a significant step for the media industries. Do I need to spell this out for you again, ladies and gents? That what matters here isn't that people are cracking down on mis or disinformation. What matters is who defines what mis or disinformation is. I'm sure there's some people out there watching this who have got their 5th vax or whatever, and they're skeptical of my position on all of this. Well, I ask you to take off your fedora, you fucking fedora wearing fuck, and try not to say follow the science for the next 24 hours. I know it'll be hard. And just try to imagine a world where some of the medical industry disagrees with another portion of the medical industry. Well, let me tell you, that's now. That's now. So who do we trust? Do we trust one side or the other? Do we trust the side that the government's behind? Maybe. Do we trust the side that will risk their medical license to get the truth out? Their truth? The truth they've stumbled across? And I'm not talking about your truth, I'm speaking my truth or that shit. I'm talking about genuine truth. Reality. All of this is peer-reviewed, all right? We're not talking about fucking just opinions. We're talking about peer-reviewed science that disagrees with other people who have peer-reviewed science. Let's just have the conversation. That's all I'm saying. Just don't fucking ban it. The Australian Communications and Media Authority would be given powers to undertake information gathering and record keeping in a bid to curb the dissemination of dangerous content online. Who the fuck decides what dangerous is? That's the question. It's all about who defines this shit. Is it one person, 2 people, a group of people? Is it a public vote? How many people are deciding these things? And how do they have the relevant knowledge to make these decisions? This is some serious shit. Who are you to say that I can't receive some type of information that is provided by doctors and scientists? That's some 1984 shit, bruh. There's a whole fucking line here in Australia about the shit that we can and cannot view online. Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about fucking obvious things that are illegal, all right? Obviously, that should not be allowed. People shouldn't be allowed to see that, and you can have a big ethical debate about why that you can do that in your own time, you fucking weirdo creeps. The regulation of the internet here is worrying me. It seems every year they try to take a little bit more. They are constantly in the battle with, the media giants, the new media giants like YouTube and Facebook. They're in the battle with them, trying to take little bits off them and win back their power. Well, look, if you haven't seen Friendly Geordie's video on the news media bargaining code, go and watch that. It's far better than anything I'm gonna fucking put together on it. So go and watch his version of it. It's much better. See what I mean? I said better twice. I couldn't come up with another word. That's how fucking stupid this prick is. My point being, go and watch his video on it. It's good. There's also the online safety bill, which is just a whole nother topic. But these are all movements by the Australian government and governments. We've had 2 different governments in power over the past couple of years that they've tried to do to take power off the individual. And I guess another issue with things that are labelled misinformation, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes when you just wait a little bit, they turn out to be complete fact. How many times has that happened over the last even 12 months? There was a certain theory about a Wuhan lab that was considered a racist theory to have 12, 18 months ago, and now the CIA is saying that it's true. So yeah, well, fuck, right? We are not so feeble that we cannot deal with reality. The fact that there are other humans just like us that decide what we can and cannot know is madness.
During the coronavirus pandemic, disinformation has exploded on social media. Have you read to hold your breath for 10 seconds as a self-check to see if you have COVID-19? How about drinking diluted bleach as a treatment or even a cure?
Okay, a lot of those are bullshit, right? And a lot of them actually were made up by people, right? But then the media got behind them and made them even worse. Like I think the bleach one, from memory, right? I think Trump said something about that, like shooting something, some type of, something that would kill bacteria, right? Or viruses up into your nose. And he said, would bleach do that? So then, okay, Trump's saying something silly. He doesn't really understand, right? I'm sure he would find that out off his fucking medical people that are around him. But the media runs with it saying, well, Donald Trump said you need to fucking snort bleach. That's what you should be doing, everybody. Everybody should be snorting bleach. That's how crazy this man is. And then all these fucking people on the internet start running with that shit. Who's to blame? Well, Trump shouldn't have said it, right? Without asking his fucking medical people, but also the media.
Big Tech has ramped up its efforts to stop the spread of fake news. Facebook prominently displays COVID-19 information, giving users easy access to trusted sources like the WHO.
Now, not all of this is about COVID, right? There's a lot of other things that have happened throughout time that could be considered mis or disinformation, but I think it's a good case study to look at something that's relevant now and has been around for some time that everyone's very familiar with.
But ultimately, it may be up to you to be your own disinformation detective. So, here are some tips that you can use to spot coronavirus misinformation in your social media feed. First, ask yourself, is the content more surprising, inflammatory, or politically one-sided than you'd otherwise expect?
It is funny how much politics plays in what we saw with the pandemic and other types of mis or disinformation throughout history. Like it all comes down to what team you're on. Isn't that just crazy?
Expect. Is the post urging you to share it? Are there blatant misspellings or poor grammar? And does someone stand to profit from the message?
That video was brought to you by Pfizer. All I'm saying in this video is banning what you define as mis or disinformation is terrible for the population. It is censorship, it's fucking anti-free speech, and it's all being trialled here in Australia. I know that sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it does seem to ring true. All of this shit seems to happen in Australia before they spread it out into the world. Australia and other places like Scotland. The hate speech laws there are insane if you're not familiar. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comment section below. We have these beautiful figurines. Oh, look at this little guy. He's on sale right now. Go and get one of those. The link's down below, isaac.butterfield.shop. But until next time, which will be tomorrow, I'll see you then. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. My dick stings. 2 to the 12 bars. Stick it up your ass. Bye.